grab those opportunities. Yeah, there are issues with job creation, but I believe that if you really work at it, you could even start something. And this thing you talk about, your tailor, the attitude problem. I mean, people notice that things, and you probably will start a business, and because of your attitude, you're not going to make any progress. And because people at a point get fed up with the kind of service that they get from you, and so
See,
that's it.
Look, Daryl, before you bring us a joy business report, I'll tell you one thing. I had gone to pay money to have this what we term in Ghana political suit sewn for me and all of that. When I gave the money to the tailor, I went back and I said, Masa, where's my? They said, oh, the guy who's supposed to sew it, who's Togolese, is not feeling well, so he's gone back to Togo. And I asked him, so can't you sew it? He says no.
Wow.
That's not a problem. Of course, you have people with different expertise. But I have come across a lot of, nationals from other West African countries working in Ghana and doing the very things that you expect
That is
Ghanaians
true.
to be doing.
What was it? 2 months ago, I interviewed somebody who is into fashion, and she actually gets people in from Cote d'Ivoire and Togo to come and sew the stuff.
Yes. Are there no fashion designers in this country?
And her point that the people's attitude towards work is so different.
Oh, you are. So that's a conversation we're having here on the Super Morning Show. Let's get interactive. Join us on Twitter. Use the hashtag JoySMS. We'll share your thoughts with the rest of the world. Coming up is the Joy Business Report with Daryl Kwao and the team.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, banks in Ghana wrote off a little above 1.08 billion cedis as bad loans in the first 4 months of this year, as non-performing loans reach 13.1 billion cedis. Also, government advised to strike a good balance between raising revenue and promoting private sector growth in a bid to increase demand for labor. Plus, businesses want mid-year budget review to broaden tax net and are calling for introduction of measures to mitigate current challenges facing enterprises. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us this morning. Banks in Ghana wrote off a little above 1.08 billion cedis as bad loans in the first 4 months of this year. That's according to the May 2023 income statement of domestic money banks published by the Bank of Ghana. Now, this is about 41.6% increase over the previous year. Here's more.
The provision for bad debt was as a result of loan losses, depreciation, among others. In February this year, the government wrote off 859 million cedis as bad loans, about 145% year-on-year growth. The report stated that the banking industry's asset quality declined during the period under review. The industry's non-performing loans ratio raised to 18% in April 2023 from 14.3% in April 2022. When adjusted for the fully provisioned loan loss category, the industry's NPL ratio also increased to 7.6% from 4.2%, reflecting increasing shares of both substandard and doubtful loans. The rise in the bad loan, the report added, was attributable to the higher growth in the NPL stock of 51.5%. The NPL stock was estimated at 13.1 billion cedis in April this year, from 8.6 billion cedis in the same period last year. This partly reflected the revaluation of foreign currency NPLs, as well as the deterioration in some domestic currency loans.
That was a Business Desk report. The director of the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, Professor Peter Korte, is calling on government to strike a good balance between raising revenue and promoting private sector growth if it wants to increase the demand for labor. According to him, it would be practically impossible for the private sector to create jobs if it is burdened with taxes and an unfriendly business environment. Professor Peter Quartey was reacting to a report by the Bank of Ghana indicating real sector activities of the economy recorded mixed performance as demand for labor falls.
Young people are not employed and they have to depend on the few or the working class. That is not the best. Also, it casts doubt on the future of the country as well as the ordinary person or the young person that do not find jobs. So I think we need to invest more. We need to promote the private sector. Government cannot employ most of these people. It is the private sector that has to flourish. So as we impose taxes, as we impose levies, as we impose all kinds of regulatory measures, let's also bear in mind that we are stifling the private sector. We need to strike a good balance between raising revenue and also promoting the private sector.
You heard Director of the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, Professor Peter Quartey. Now, businesses want government to use the media budget review to broaden the tax net and introduce measures to mitigate the current challenges facing enterprises. Finance Minister Kenneth Ofori-Atta is expected to present the media review of estimates before the end of next month. Some have described this as a major review, as Ghana's program with the IMF will largely influence the expected adjustments. Mark Bedu-Abuaje is Chief Executive of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
This IMF deal, it looks as if that the budget we did for 2023, part of it is thrown overboard. Yeah. There's a need for us to reset it up. In fact, I would have loved that the government will look at some mitigation measures for businesses. The taxes are just too much. We are not relenting on our dialogue or pursue for the government. In fact, we are asking that they broaden the tax net. They get other people to also be paying the taxes rather than piling it up on the few who are paying. Out of the 15 million and only 5 million are paying, and you want to put more on them. We will continuously engage government to look at the mitigation measure. It's important that we use the media budget to also bring certain level of assurance to businesses that it may be difficult, but in the end, all of us will benefit with the media budget. We are waiting patiently to see what the government will do, and we are readily available to support government, to engage them. So that if there is any recommendations, we can also offer to government to ensure that the media budget that is coming will get the buy-in of everybody, which will include all the conditions.
Chief Executive of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry is Mark Bedu-Abuaje. Now, German Ambassador to Ghana, Daniel Crow, is asking government to push for more capacity building for players within the automobile industry. This, he believes, will ensure sustainability within the space. Speaking to Joy Business, he reiterated the need for more foreign direct investments to drive growth.
Communication between the governments is fluid. We try to, in our talks, try to remind the government of Ghana of the commitments they made when funds were dispersed. What I would like to use this here today is to point to one element which is very, very great concern to German industry. We will further increase our engagement in technical vocational training, up to cooperation with universities.
You had Daniel Crow, his German ambassador to Ghana. In other news this morning, the Energy Commission has begun moves to commercialize innovations from various senior high schools that emerge winners of the Renewable Energy Challenge. This forms part of moves by the Commission to raise funds for developmental projects. Executive Secretary of the Commission, Oscar Amoah, told Joy Business the move, in collaboration with the Center for Scientific and Industrial Research, will boost entrepreneurship drive.
So when it's done with CSIR, BJ High School will now own that invention, so that areas where we need to have these solar dehydrators will be deployed to these areas, and then we'll make money for the school. And that is also going to be some form of internally generated funds for the school to help them, even help the students and develop the school on its own, so the school doesn't always have to depend on GES for resource, financial resource. So basically, this is a good thing that we've done, inculcating to the kids the ability to invent, the ability to be bold, the ability to bridge academia with some practical things. And then I believe 10 years, 20 years from now, Ghana will be a different place.
Oscar Amoah spoke to Joy Business after launching the 4th edition of the Renewable Energy Challenge. The Presbyterian Boys Senior High School, Legon, emerged winners in the Greater Accra Regional Contest for the year, and that comes as no surprise. Well, the special advisor to the Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Oliver Boakye, has indicated that the lack of strong policy standards is accounting for the delay in transitioning to a circular economy. According to him, these challenges need to be addressed to enhance job creation in all sectors. He was speaking at the SunCalp West Africa Summit.
Other challenges that confront the transition to circular economy include lack of strong policy standards and regulations, the need for education, awareness creation, and community engagement, and lack of technology and innovation. If you are able to overcome these challenges in Africa and succeed in achieving a just transition to circular economy, many jobs will be created along the value chains of all sectors in both developed and developing countries. I have a very strong conviction that the entry of IntelliCap into the West Africa region through the SunCalp West Africa Summit marks the beginning of the kind of partnerships and initiatives that will ultimately help Ghana and Africa to achieve the just transition.
You had Special Advisor to the Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Oliver Boakye. Now, Ghanaian firm Santi aims to become a global retail brand, enabling shoppers to request slippers and sandals using its online channels. The company is changing the way men and women shop for its handmade slippers and sandals. The Joy Business Van interacts with CEO Kwame Addo, who founded this business in 2013. Take a listen. New Achimota, a suburb of Ghana's capital, Accra. That's where Santi workshop is located.
Yeah, this is Santi.
Kwame Addo is busy at work with his team. Kwame has a master's in entrepreneurship, innovation, and technology. And in 2013, when he decided to write a plan for business, he settled on making slippers and sandals. And this was his motivation.
Now, I had big feet. And that was the reason why I actually went into this business, just so that I could wear anything I wanted at any time, any design, and that's why I went into this venture. I want Santi to be the brand that would resonate to authentic quality leather-made slippers and sandals. We want to see Santi products on the shelves of North American or European shelves to put the Ghanaian brand out there.
Do make a date, 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report, 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. Before we go, your market updates. Let's begin with the currency market. The dollar going for 11 cedi 70 pesos on the forex or retail market. The pound 14 cedi 60 pesos and the euro selling at 12 cedi 50 pesos on the commodity market. Crude oil selling at $74 a barrel. Gold went up by more than $4 to open trading at $1,947.91 an ounce. Cocoa also trading this morning at $3,184 a ton after going up by $54. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Ackah. Thanks for listening. Have a fantastic day, and it's back to Winston and the team.
Yeah, Daryl. So we'll have that conversation. It's a must-have conversation, and so we'll have it. Okay.
Great.
Right.
I'm interested in that actually.
Well, you said that everyone has a story. Later on, I hope you share your story with me.
Oh no, I mean there are similar stories, aren't they? When you.
Thank you very much.
Very similar story.
For joining us.
By the way, I'm told it's Derek Akosaw's birthday today. So
Yes.
He's at the other side, producing AM show. So I don't know if you hear this, but hey, happy birthday, Derek.
People will start calling him. Thank you very much, Ackah, for joining us with the Joy Business Report. Coming up, it's our inspirational song for today, brought to us by Duraplast Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC pipes and water tank. Where Duraplast goes, water flows. And it's Bethel Revival Choir's Tigbe this morning as our inspirational song.
Everybody clap your hands.